and good evening. Welcome to the award-winning Cafe Community. I'm your host, Cheryl Noble, and every week our program takes a look at people who make a difference in our community, as well as our incredible resources to help us survive and thrive together. And tonight I have three very dynamic women on our program with three very different passions. A bit later, Marcia Lanier, along with a couple pals, are going to tell us how they're keeping Burning Man alive in our community. I also have Brenda Horton with H-Ware on the program to talk about her workshop and how she's helping small businesses stay alive and grow. And my first guest, who you'll meet in just a second, is an animal lover and does intuitive healing to help them. So we're so glad that you can be with us tonight. Let's get started. My first guest is a master in Reiki, and she works with animals and humans, and I'm very happy to have her on my program. A warm welcome to Barbara Mariano. Hi.
Hi, dear. It's good to meet you and be with you.
Well, thank you for coming. Of course, animals are very important residents in our community. How did you get started with healing and Reiki for them?
Well, I was actually born this way with this ability. But of course, I didn't understand that as a child.
Oh, right.
But I talked to everything. I mean, everything meaning animals, plants, trees. And being a child with that kind of skill, you just feel very different from the other kids.
Right. Then along the way in the years that evolved and you were realizing you did have a gift.
Yes, and it wasn't until I had a cat come into my life named Athena, who literally taught me how to bring this gift out.
Interesting.
Yeah. She actually was, after I got her, I would pet her and she would attack my hand. Mm-hmm. And I discovered through I was having a meditation one day, and I connected with her on an intuitive level, and she told me, not in so many words, but not words, that she was a teacher. And that I could learn this from her.
Oh,
so
nice.
It came in through the back door with me.
But you were listening to it.
I was.
And you paid attention and you went with that then.
Yeah.
And have created this great following and career in Reiki.
That's right.
And I was looking at your website, and one of the things that I saw is you do phone sessions. And so how does that work with somebody who, I guess, wants to reach a pet or...
You know, it's really interesting, Cheryl. It's not any different than talking on the phone with a friend for me. Okay. So I say someone in New York is calling me about a sick dog.
I see.
I would tune in to the dog, let's say Fido, and Fido would transmit the energy or the idea to me, or I see it in pictures and feelings usually,
okay.
And I get impressions. And then my job, where I think it is challenging, is to decipher those messages so that they're accurate and make sense. Mm-hmm. So that's the challenge of doing this work. So you have to be clear. You have to get yourself out of the way in order to read the animal.
Mm-hmm. We have a couple of photos, I think, of, they'll roll sometime. I think they were maybe past clients of your animals. And with the Reiki, then, that's a hands-on
That's true.
Healing therapy.
It is. Hands-on, Reiki's on. It's a very simple process that's thousands of years old that I happened to participate in 1983.
Oh, so this is cute.
There is my friend Chai and we used to take walks together.
So you make house calls?
I do.
Okay.
I do make house calls here.
Good to know.
And up to Sacramento. And then I've worked in Connecticut doing animal work there, where I'd have several people want sessions there, and in the Bay Area and different places. So the work is spreading now.
Yeah.
And there I am. That's a dog I worked with in Connecticut a few years ago.
He looks kind of like an older senior.
He was an old soul, that boy.
Yeah.
And he was rather misunderstood. His owner didn't particularly like him. She was still attached to the dog she had before.
I see.
And he was so wanting to please her. And anyway, I created a bridge between the two of them through the intuitive work.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And Before I interrupted with the photos, we were
Sure.
talking about Reiki. And the
Reiki,
hands-on.
yeah, I had a near-death experience in 1979 that brought me into the healing world. Up until then, I was mostly an intuitive growing up and, in my adult life, but it took on another meaning when I took the Reiki training at that point in 1983. So it's been 27 years that I've been practicing Reiki with people and animals and teaching classes and having a wonderful time.
Yeah, and then teaching them how they can do
Yeah.
Reiki on their pet,
Yes.
their animal.
Uh-huh.
But tell us about the workshop to teach people how to do this.
This will be a one-day workshop. I usually do a 2-day, but I thought, we are all so busy. So I've pared it back to, it's February 26th from 10 until 5. So it's a one-day workshop. And anyone can take this class. It's not for the spiritually inclined or anything. It's for anyone who wants to do healing work on themselves or their pets. And it's as simple as hands-on. And so with your animal, and I have an old cat who's sick, I give her a treatment every night because she has bad arthritis in her spine. So I just put my hands on her. So it's so simple. Anyone can learn. I've taught kids, adults, everything. It's great.
Yeah, just a few simple touches. We know the power of touch.
That's it. It's
and
the power of
healing
touch.
power. And I just like that it can manifest then into the animals that they can, respond.
They
in such a
respond
way.
and they feel better, just like we do.
Yeah.
You get a break, a timeout.
Yes, exactly. Well, the workshop is February 26th, and for more information, Barbara has a website, barbaramariano.com, which you've been seeing on our screen. You can call 277-4904. And, Barbara makes house calls, or you can learn Reiki yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Love to hear from you. If you're interested, I'm ready to do more.
Teach more.
I love it.
Spread the good healing.
That's right.
All right. Thank you so much, Barbara, for coming on, and please come back and give us an update.
I would love to. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Good to meet you again.
Thank you. Well, we are going to go to our first break while I bring up my second guest, so stick around.
Take me down to the river. Take me down today. Walk me down to the water. Wash me down, okay, and I'm gone, yeah, and I'm gone, yes, I'm gone.
Welcome back. My second guest is Brenda Horton. She is with HWare, and she also is conducting a very important workshop on mastering the fundamentals of Facebook. She's got a lot to share with us tonight, so welcome back to the program to Brenda Horton. Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for having me back again.
You're very welcome. And gosh, Facebook isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not with 500 billion people.
Yeah.
No.
Gosh. And it's ever
I'm
changing.
sorry, 500 million, almost
You
a
know
billion.
what? It's
Yeah.
what difference?
Yeah,
give or
exactly.
take a billion,
Yeah.
million. It's like out there. So you're first of all, you had started a Nevada County Online Business Strategies, which is going strong. And so so tell us about that and how this workshop is kind of an offshoot.
Right, yeah. So let me give you an update on Nevada County Online Business Strategies Group. I started that group last year, back around June, July, from a business conference where there was just this overwhelming need for the local business community to have a place to go to where they can learn online business strategies. That means social media, internet marketing, how to do webinars, how to do videos, how to use social networking sites. And so I put out a survey to that group, and within about 2 weeks, I think we got like 50 people signed up, and right now we're over 100 members.
Right.
And
Really
so the
growing.
group has grown it has been growing, and we're at the point now where I've moved the group to an online platform called meetup.com. And so you can find us. Our meetings are every month, the fourth Tuesday of every month. They're free.
Yes.
And they're
We like that.
Yeah, they're at the Holiday Inn in Grass Valley from 11 a.m. to 12:30. They're open to the public. The type of people that tend to come are professional business people, people that run nonprofits, entrepreneurs, people that
the
are
whole gamut of
right.
businesses, small entrepreneurs, established, looking to grow, looking to, as we just introed about, Facebook isn't going anywhere, and you got to
Right.
get with it.
Right.
So now the workshop that you're doing is mastering the fundamentals of Facebook.
Right.
Tell us
So
about that.
Facebook just came out with some major changes on their page section. So just very briefly, Facebook is broken up into 3 sections. The profile, which is predominantly used for personal, the pages, which is predominantly used for business, and then the groups, which is used for shared interests or like-minded. And so this workshop, I'm going to just really break it down. It's an all-day workshop on March 2nd at the Holiday Inn from 9 to 5. And we're just going to take it step by step. We're going to cover the profiles, we're going to cover the pages, and we're going to cover the groups and how to use those. There's going to be a lot of how-tos and a lot of whys. So I'm putting a lot of strategy behind why you should be doing certain things with Facebook.
Yeah, and that's important too for businesses, is how it can benefit them. And just by knowing some of these basics, they can stay connected with the community, with their contacts, with their clients, customers.
Right, right,
It can be very helpful.
right.
And it's free. The platforms are free.
Right. Social media right now is free. I mean, obviously there's some advertising you can use with Facebook ads and sponsored stories and all. But a lot of these social networking platforms are free. It doesn't cost anything right now to connect with your target audience, to connect with your specific customer base. And so that's the beautiful thing about social networking sites right now. And who knows how long that's going to be free.
Yeah, and so just with a little bit of time at your workshop, for somebody to invest in the time and the cost for that, which they can you've got a special going on for that.
I do. So
Early bird registration.
I do. I have an early bird registration. So if people sign up by February 22nd, so that's next week, there's a $50 discount. So again, it's an all-day workshop. There's a space limitation, so I can only take a maximum number of people. So I highly recommend that people take advantage of that early bird registration.
I know. Gosh, there's going to be so much hands-on, and
Yeah.
are they encouraged to bring their laptops?
Yes.
so they can-
Yeah, and actually that's mandatory.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. It wouldn't work if you showed up without your laptop, because I'm going to be doing a lot of demonstrations and showing you click here, go here, link here, and so it's just really pulling all the pieces together and then also driving strategy behind that. And just showing people where they can find their target audience on Facebook and how to connect with them and how to promote their products and services to them without being spammy or too salesy. That's always a concern for people, that they don't want to be too salesy or too spammy to their audience online.
It's interesting that there really is, I don't want to say an art to all of this, but a strategy
There is, yeah.
to all of it. That,
Yeah.
really is important to understand so you can leverage your business.
Right.
I think people think that it's just kind of this goofy
Yeah.
texting in a way. of
Right.
Just
Just get it out
gathering.
there and without really understanding that if they could leverage the strategies and leverage the tools, that they could be that much more effective. Because what small business owners don't have is time, money, and resources to waste.
Yes.
And you can waste a lot of time, money, and resources on Facebook, on the internet. Yeah, it is. So if you can just combine the how-tos and the whys and bring them all together and do it in a step-by-step action plan for your specific organization, then it's going to make you that much more effective.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I completely understand, and it is hard keeping up. We were talking before the program.
Yeah.
To keep up with all the changes of Facebook.
Yes.
It moves faster than Facebook does.
Yeah, and that's just the nature of technology. It just moves at lightning speed, and it's not slowing down. There's, I think I read a statistic. There's 5 billion people now on mobile devices, and everything is just going mobile now. And so those are the kind of things we actually do talk about in Nevada County Online Business Strategies Group. We talk about mobile technology, and again, how to use videos and how to use social networking sites, and it's free to the public. There's no charge. We have sponsors right now. I want to give a little plug and shout out to Holiday Inn Grass Valley, because they're a big sponsor of our group. They allow us to come in every month and use their facility and meet there. And
That's important.
Oh, it's
Have a place
huge
to go to.
Yeah.
It's a big starting point.
And we have some great speakers, and we're going to have some great speakers. Our next meeting is February 22nd on Tuesday. It's always the fourth Tuesday. We're going to have Robin Peri and Robin Meelam and Leanne Brooks. So we're going to have 3 dynamic, powerful internet marketing ladies come on board.
And they've had successes with it. I know
Right.
Leanne Brooks. I follow her, and it's very successful and engaging.
Yes.
It really engages me to take part in the dialogue with her and
Right.
her business. And
Right.
so it's there's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah.
So give out some website info and contact info.
Right. So to attend the Mastering the Fundamentals of Facebook workshop, we got to learn to walk before we can run. So I'm going to really break this workshop down again into 3 segments: the profile, the pages, and the groups, and just how to leverage all those and tie those all in together. That's going to be on March 2nd from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Holiday Inn in Grass Valley. And you can go to my website, which is hware.com. And when you go to hware.com, there's going to be a yellow highlighted words called Mastering the Fundamentals of Facebook. Or you can go to what's on the screen right now, hware.com, 1 lowercase I, uppercase S. And that's just a shortened link for that.
They can find you on Facebook too.
Find me on Facebook. I tend to friend most people.
There you go. All right. Well, a lot of good information and a must-go-to workshop. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend going to the Online Business Strategies Group, which I go to. I get so much out of it. You just walk away with 1 or 2 pieces of information. You feel so brainiac. You just feel like knowledge.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Brenda, for coming on. Good luck with the workshop. It's going to be successful.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Okay, we are going to take our second break, and our third guests are waiting to come up and tell us about Burning Man in our community, so stick around. I'm Cheryl Noble. I'm a community activist who, in March 2009, wanted to find a low-cost, no-cost solution on how we can survive as a community during these economic hard times. I put out a community book swap where people come and bring their used books, CDs, records, DVDs, and even recent magazines, and pick up other ones for free. The first swap was so well attended and such a success that before the books and boxes were packed away, I was asked when the next one would be held. From that day, the book swap became established in our community on the first Sunday of every month, and for 2 years, we've been growing and going strong. There's no money exchanged at the swap. Everything is free. We have swappers from 6 years old to 90 years old, and the book swap serves a big need in our community for those who can enjoy their lifestyle without spending money, and it also serves the need for free cycling and repurposing the items that we want to share with others. For more information on the Nevada County Book Swap, go to ncbookswap.webs.com. We're on. Hi. Oh, you know, the joys of live TV. I don't know what I would do in my life without this once a week. The energy, the rush, and the microphone that went dead, and then the commercial break that ended before I was ready. So we are back, and we're live, and we're still getting it together. Deep breath. Where's Reiki healing when we need it? Barbara, come back. All right. My third guest, our last segment here is going to be fun and upbeat, and we already got that off to a start. My third guests are going to tell us how Burning Man is alive and well in our community. On my left is Marcia Lanier, on her left is Robert Trent, and on his left is Joe Crane. And welcome to the program.
Thanks, Cheryl.
So, Marcia, I'll start with you because you are part of the an organizer of a first ever Bernal Equinox.
That's
Tell us about
right.
that.
We timed it around Bernal Equinox, and we had a fantastic poster contest. So if you see a really colorful
We've
poster,
got it on.
you may
We'll
see that
put that
flash
up.
before you. It's a local Burning Man celebration, and it's going to be right here at Miners Foundry. It's going to benefit Miners Foundry, and it's going to benefit Black Rock Arts Foundation, which is all the artists who create art all year long to be displayed at Burning Man. So if you can't make it to Burning Man, if something's been keeping you of money, dust, nudity, drugs, don't worry. You can come to Miners Foundry and get your hit of Burning Man right here in town. You don't even have to go far.
You don't even have to wait till Labor
That's
Day.
right. It's
or-
March 4 at Miners Foundry at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. I know we have the poster, and we'll roll that at some point during. In the meantime, Robert, you're a veteran Burning Man, so
I guess so.
you know, it is a big culture in this community. When Burning Man comes around, that's all everybody talks about. And
Yeah,
who's
no
going
kidding.
and where the campsite is or what they've got going. So, how'd you get involved? And
I don't know. I was just in the Bay Area, and a friend brought me along. It was 13 years ago, and just got hooked ever since. Started going.
13 years ago?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And then started bringing a friend, and then another friend. And in 2001, we founded this camp called Burntown, which is now it's kind of Auburn, Burntown kind of thing.
I get it.
Yeah. So it's a huge camp, hundreds of people, and we're right on the main drag on the Esplanade. And so I don't know, it's just been rolling, and it's just become a part of my life.
And
And a lot of those folks from his camp are bringing art cars to our town. So there's a real connection there for the whole region.
Yeah.
We've got artists and Black Rock Ranger types. Those are the security folks they're really sexy in their uniforms.
Okay, we
They're
like
coming
that.
all the way from Reno to participate in our
You're
event.
kidding.
I'm not
That's
kidding.
a little switch because it's
Yeah.
always the Burning Man's always in the Nevada area, and for them to come here.
We are so cool in this city that we're getting people from all the way in Nevada to come here. Yeah.
Okay, Joe, I got to hear from you as a Burning Man. How long have you been doing this?
This will be my 7th year now, and I actually had started the first time I ever heard of it was people were bad mouthing it, like, oh, it's just it's like just total chaos,
Right.
Nothing good out there.
Because
You
you
don't want
didn't
to
know
go
what
to
it was
that.
about.
And so that put me off for about 5 years until I actually decided to go for myself, and that was through the guy that I work with, Michael Anderson. I work with ClientWorks just down the road here. We do computer work. And he was super into Burning Man. I was like, okay, I guess I should check it out. If I'm going to work with you, we got to see what we're like, you know.
That's right.
And of course, I went out there and I was like, oh, this is what I've been looking for. Like, this is what I was going. This is a confusing world. Like, why are people acting like that? You go out there, everyone's so friendly, everyone's so giving. It's just the thing that you're like, oh, that's what I've been looking for. And there's a saying out there, welcome home, and you feel it. You're like, I'm
And
home.
it's a full week, right? That
That's
ends
right.
on Labor Day, or
That's
I
correct.
I haven't been to Burning Man. I feel like I have though with everybody who's been, and they tell a story of their experiences, and it's also vivid, and the experiences are so inspiring. I mean, people get passionate about it. So, am I describing that well?
That's exactly right. And part of what drew Joe and drew Robert and myself is the gift economy that's there. And we replicate that a lot here. You have your book swap that you have. And then Michael Stone locally offers ecstatic dance as a gift economy.
Oh, the Sweat Your Praise.
And then, right.
Okay.
And then what we're offering at Bernal Equinox is a path for people who don't have money to buy tickets. Tickets are just $20. They're available through minersfoundry.org. You'll see that flash up on the screen. Or you can call over there and get tickets. And also you can buy tickets through Briar Patch. But if you don't have the money, don't worry. Call me and I will help you volunteer. We will use your talents. And we will get you in for free. We've got artists with disabilities who are going to display their work. Karosh Gorgi is a local artist, and his work is on the poster. And he's going to come, and you can talk to him about his fabulous work.
And a very hot band.
Yes.
It's Albino, a 10-piece electric. All you have to do is go to their website, and the music starts right there.
so good.
It doesn't even wait.
Yeah.
You know, it's boom. It's like,
Dance
oh,
party.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Be on Fire Tribe. We've got poi dancers, fire hoopers. If you've never seen someone hula hoop with fire, you should come just for that.
So this will really be like a little micro Burning Man.
That's
right?
exactly what we hope, yeah.
But you-
We've also got vendors. Sierra Solar is coming. Solstice, a local business owned by a burner who goes every year. She outfits all of us, and it's a great eco-friendly business because
So
all
it's
of her
reused.
clothing is recycled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the things about Burning Man, there's this kind of adage as like radical inclusion. So you don't have to do drugs. You don't have to get. You can do whatever you want. You can be just free and be yourself and be accepted
Yeah.
that way. So there's no you have to be this way or you have to dress that way.
Yeah.
And so just come and experience it and do your own thing.
Yeah.
One great example of that is Camp Mobility is coming all the way from down at Yosemite. We've got Rita coming from Camp Mobility. Camp Mobility is all about helping burners who don't have mobility to get a moving wheelchair, make it to the playa. That's what we call the desert where we party at the Labor Day. So right here, she's coming right here to Nevada City and you'll get to meet her. So
Okay.
people with disabilities can participate in Burning Man.
Yeah. This is excellent. It's a multicultural and multi-interests for everybody. And you can get your feet wet, if you will, or put your feet to the fire at the Miners Foundry. And the event is March 4th. It's the first ever. I have a feeling this is going to be an annual event.
It is.
I have a
We're
real
planning on it.
feeling. So we just got the last couple seconds. I better give websites minerfoundry.org or go to facebook.com, Nevada City Burn. Or you can call 265-5040, and we are out of time, and there's, just so much to look and see and do. So go check it out and rock out to the band, Albino. Okay, Joe, Robert, and Marcia, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you so much for being with us tonight. We hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.